Guys, here for another video, and today we're going back to the Onlyfans reviews. Like I said, I am going to continue the Onlyfans reviews. That will never stop because I don't know about you guys, but I definitely would consider myself the black plague of Onlyfans. Like, there's so many girls I tried contacting. They're like, oh, I've seen your videos, I've seen this and that, or I got a comment from this girl told me that. It's like, not everyone, but the majority of girls do, I wouldn't say fear me, but they look at me and they're like, oh shit, he's not a simp. This is not good. The black plague, the iron bullet, the fucking iron stake between the fucking heart and lungs or whatever. So it's definitely entertaining to do these. But small anecdote before I get to OnlyFans reviews, because I always think it's fun to share some anecdotes. But goddamn, I fucking hate women. Like, Jesus Christ, I went on a date just yesterday. And, yeah, it was a good reminder of why, like, the modern woman sucks, like, the whole OnlyFans, the whole, like, strong, independent woman type shit. And I always say this, a good way to gauge out if a girl's cool or not, or a person in general, say, one, talk about Andrew Tate, see their opinion. If they just straight up go, like, he's a misogynist, but have no backup or reason why to say that, boom, that's already a red flag. They're already categorized as stupid and probably go with the hive mind. And the second thing to test out, I always say it's a pretty good fucking metric. Say some racist shit, like say, I don't know, chink, beaner, just shout the N-word as loud as possible. I use that obviously sarcastically, but just say some racist shit as a trolley metric, because if they act, first of all, there are white people that act offended for black people. There are white people that act offended for Mexicans. It's like, it's a joke, dude. It's a word. Doesn't really matter. You can definitely see how much of an SJW they are through that. So again, life tip, basically say the N-word and ask about Andrew Tate and see how far that gets you, because honestly, if the person's pretty cool of both of them, then they're probably a cool person in general. So now to get to the OnlyFans, today we're going to look at someone named WhipTrax. Definitely sounds like a DJ WhipTrax. I don't know. I just saw it and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm ready to see some beats or whatever. But it's just a blonde hoe. She's 30 years old. So I was like, good God. If you're 30 years old, pretty and single, there's something wrong with you. There has to be something wrong with you. I always say a pretty girl that is single is, and I think Myron said this too, it's the same thing as like an ugly guy saying, yeah, I don't want to fuck at all. Like, I don't need no bitches. Like, it's like, there's women that will, you know, say they don't want a man, they're not ready for it, but honestly, if they find a man they love and my respect, and they're beautiful, they should probably cash out at an early age. If she's late, she's probably had multiple dicks, and she's just, again, something's probably wrong with her, and no one's really willing to put up with her or wife her up. So that being said, let's just look at her social media, then dive right into the OnlyFans. So she does have an Instagram, 168k followers. Just straight up just has her www.links, obviously OnlyFans and all that stuff. So shout out to her. She's embracing the sexuality. She's embracing the wholeness. So you know what time it is. So if any guys out there are trying to wife her up, don't, because no one really gives a shit about her outside of her sexuality. So obviously when you look at her picture, she's sexualizing herself. Obviously blonde girl, big tits. And she does look pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie, but again, 30 years old, she's past her prime. You know, shout out to fucking old age, but like I said, women age like fucking milk and men age like fine wine. She also has a Twitter, 640k followers. Cool, I get to see more sexual pictures of her. Cool to give you an idea of what it is. And I always say, if a girl's always sexualizing herself on social media, if she gets an OnlyFans, I expect to see a little bit more of pretty much rated R content, right? I always say OnlyFans is the gateway to porn. It doesn't make sense that you post nudes on Twitter and then you post those same or similar nudes on OnlyFans. Like, if I'm paying for something, I definitely want to pay for something more than exists outside of social media. Another thing I found interesting is that in her bio, she says Twitch partner and professional hoe. That goes fucking like 1 + 1 = 2. I always say Twitch. First of all, I was banned off that site many years ago. Before I guess it was like super mainstream. Just filmed a random shootout. I need to find, I know I have the video because I have everything saved in my hard drives. I have the VOD for that. But I always say Twitch nowadays is very different. It's like, if it's either you're either a hoe or you're either some dude who has like fucking autism or some like, is it right wing, or I don't know. They're just like the people are like very SJW. It's filled with those type of people. It's like, that's crazy that so many people find that like as entertainment, or that's their source of entertainment. I always say, get to the real nitty gritty stuff, show off the real stuff, because it always feels like people on Twitch are putting on our mask or just being a hoe and capitalizing on the simps, whether it's simps for girls or simps for like entertainment, because mainstream entertainment is pretty bullshit. And last but not least, she does have a TikTok. Definitely worth checking out if you want to see more of her. But that being said, let's just go right into the OnlyFans. OnlyFans is $5.25 for 30 days. I did get on special, but normally it's $15 a month. Right when you get it, it says, hey, I post nude photos and videos. Okay, shout, she's just being fucking blunt. My stuff is mostly solo before you ask, and it just ends there. Now, I always say, just even if you're doing solo content, put what type of solo content. Are you fingering yourself? Are you using toys? Shout out to Toy Story. Like, what are you doing? Is there any type of BG content? Is there any type, like, if you do pay-per-view, what type of pay-per-view content? Kind of distinguish the differences between what you have in your base sub and what you have in the PPV, because obviously the description is supposed to be descriptive of what your product is offering. So obviously bio or description seems pretty lazy, but hey, she's at least being upfront with the whole nudes and photos videos. In terms of numbers, she does have 14,000, or not 4, Jesus Christ, error 404, yeah, I'm a little sick. 1,491 photos and 279 videos. Catalog is pretty good, but I would say photos, cool, no one really gives a shit. I've seen your tits over 3,000, 2,000, 100, 200, X amount times. Again, I always tell girls, if you have a shit ton of photos, you better have a shit ton of videos. It just doesn't really make sense to put so much oomph into that. But if you want to see her tits, if you want to see her nipples, if you want to see her pussy, you're definitely going to see all angles of your body. You're going to get very familiar with her white veins that you see in her tits. Cool. Again, if you want to see nude photos and pictures of her, you're going to see it. But I always say that's not the cream of the crop. That's not the most important things. That's not why people are getting your OnlyFans. People are mostly getting your OnlyFans, 1, for video content, 2, to see you get fucked, and 3, to see what maybe you have other things you have to offer, because like I said, OnlyFans is a gateway to porn. You can only shake your tits for so many videos before people start getting bored, they start unsubbing, and you either have to finesse them or kind of get into the whole BG content. Now for the sample size of the 279 videos, I only looked at 120 videos. I always say look at a healthy sample size, because your boy don't got time to watch everything. I did look at the most recent videos, so if the most recent videos are bad/good, then I could probably make the assumption that the other videos are bad/good too. Off that sample size, the longest video is 7 minutes and 14 seconds, 4:16, 3:34, 2 minutes and 6, 1:56, 1:53, 1:50, and the majority of her videos do fall between the 10 to 30 second mark, which is not too bad, but bad nonetheless. I always say the same thing. I know, but yeah, I'm trying to like emphasize into people's brains what a good product is, what a good OnlyFans is, or if there's a girl out there being like, you know what, how can my OnlyFans isn't growing, what can I do to make it better? I'm telling you, if you have a good product is good product, and it will grow naturally. At that point, just depends how you market it, but have a minute video at least. It just doesn't make sense when you have a 2-second video, a 1-second video, a 4-second video of you shaking your ass. It's like, what type of product is that? What type of homework assignment is that? If I'm a teacher, that's like, the analogy is if I'm a teacher and I'm like collecting science projects and some girl just writes her name and gives me a poster with her name in cursive and she thinks she deserves a subscription, an A, no, that's just not how it works. Bad product is bad product, and if you have good product, I will praise it. For the longest video, it is her shaking her tits. The majority of her videos, I would categorize it into like 2 big categories and 1 small category, and the third category I mentioned is really fucking small, but it's either divided between her shaking her tits, you do get to see her nipples, you do get to see everything about her tits, but it is very repetitive, or she's feeling herself, you get very familiar with her pussy. It's very strange. Like, I don't know about you guys, I think I have a pretty good gauge of what people like. I understand people want to see a girl's vagina, but when like half of your content, or I'd say like, if I were to divide it, it'd be like 49, and the other small percentile would be that third category that I mentioned. But having that much of showing off your pussy, like, I don't even like looking at her pussy, because 1, as I said before with other girls, some girls have like this Arby's combo number 5 pussy. It is not delightful to look at. I do not want to see a whole bunch of flesh just fucking looks like a fucking Last of Us zombie infected monster. It is not pleasant to look at. But if you want to see her feel herself, if you want to see her do double penetration by herself, if you want to see her masturbate, if you want to see her feel herself in different places, aka the bathroom, the shower, outside, in her room, her gaming chair, then go ahead, cool, you like that. But I would say it's probably healthier, especially for her body, because she does have nice titties, I'm not gonna lie, to focus more on the boob niche, do more content with your boobs. Again, you can only shake them so much. She does do some dildo content with it, but again, there's so much more you can do with it. And the other third category that I mentioned that is really, really small, off that sample size, I only saw 2 videos of a boy/girl content. And one of them is her sucking a dick for like, I think it's like 5 or 6 seconds. And the other one's just her getting railed from behind for 4 seconds. I'm pretty sure if you want to see the rest of that, you have to pay for it. But overall, if you want to see boob content, cool. She does have good boob content. It's just she could do so much more. It is very repetitive. Her OnlyFans, honestly, I'm not even going to lie, it is one of the most boring OnlyFans. Like, I get it. I'm desensitized to fucking porn. Not going to lie. But it's just like, I was like falling asleep because I'm like, God damn, this honestly feels like work. At least some OnlyFans that I look at with other people are somewhat entertaining. But for hers, it's just very repetitive and very boring. And last but not least, in terms of DMs, right when you do get it, it says, hey, welcome to my OnlyFans. Thank you for subscribing. I've attached one of my 3 sex tapes if you're interested. If you want to DM the other 2, just ask thank you again. And that video is 4 minutes 15 seconds for $24. Somewhat overpriced. Cool, she does have BG content. Cool, if you want to see the rest, you can ask her. But honestly, you're better off just putting that in your catalog. You're better off just being upfront. You're better off just saying, hey guys, this is all my content that I have. Let's just say, and I've said this before other videos, if she has 100 videos of her sucking a dude's dick or getting fucked or whatever, post some of it in your base sub. Post, parts of it, trailers, a minute video, 2-minute video if the video is like 10 minutes long. Post bits and pieces, not like 2 seconds, not like 1 second. Post a healthy amount so people can be like, okay, she's actually putting effort. Okay, she's making a lot of money. She's putting it back into the OnlyFans. Okay, she's investing back in us. Okay, it is worth staying subbed into this product, this subscription in the long term, because I can see my money is going back to this service and she's honestly making better content. But I do not see that. And honestly, if she's going to do more B&G videos, she definitely has to have some in the base sub, because again, if you have a bad base sub, then it's most likely the case she also has bad DMs. I've seen that with many girls before where, like, if you want to see this, tip this, you tip them out, and then the DM or the special exclusive video is just as bad as the base sub, and honestly, it's just not worth it. And definitely having a bad base sub is kind of like a very indicative of their work ethic and kind of what their product is if you were to pay for it in general. If the OnlyFans worth it or not, honestly, if you want to see her shake her tits for, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, cool, you could do that. It does get repetitive. You can look at the leaks online. If you like what you love, if you see the leaks online and you love it and you're obsessed with it and you're like, this is really good boob shaking content, you're gonna like what she does have in her OnlyFans. But like I said, it gets very repetitive, and she does offer BG videos, but you do have to buy them, and I just don't think it's worth it considering that the OnlyFans in majority is bad. I don't think it's worth it. Stick with the leaks. You're better off spending your $5 or $15 on something else or another girl that does have a better OnlyFans. So like always, guys, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Kind of sucks that her OnlyFans was bad, because I saw her, I'm like, okay, she might have a good one. She's 30 years old. She has experience. She's an old lady. She's a granny. You know, old McDonald's had a farm. She's fucking picking hay. I'm ready to see her suck some cock, but you don't really see much of that. Like I said, it's only a very, very small percentile of BG videos, so definitely not worth it. So like always, guys, please leave a comment below for any suggestions. I will take every single request. Google form description. I understand people are messaging me saying, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Or getting Instagram DMs like, hey, review this, review that. When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? It's like, your boy only has X amount of time and X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my best here, but I will get to every request sooner or later, and that's how it be. But if you do want your request to be expedited, I might as well make a fucking business out of it, because I think I've already spent like over $10,000 on this OnlyFans shit. Yeah, donate half the sub to me and I'll do it right away, and I'll hook you up with some stuff. Can't really say what that is. Obviously, you guys can probably put 2 and 2 together. As always, guys, please leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that sub button, because we're trying to get 20 billion subs by the end of this year. This year is our year, and if we do not get that, I will actually kill myself. Later.